Man robbed, shot and left in bushes in Sligoville. The police in St. Catherine are searching for 4 gunmen who robbed, abducted and then shot a man and left him for dead in bushes in Sligoville. It is reported that about 8:30 p.m., the man went to visit someone in the community, and while in the area he was pounced upon by 4 armed men who robbed him of his possession. The hoodlums then placed the 30-year-old technician inside the trunk of his Toyota Probox motor car and drove him to another section of the community, where he was shot and left in bushes by his attackers. He was eventually rescued and a report made. The Linstead Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. NWA to assist Ali Bridge in Clarendon that was damaged by burial. The National Works Agency NWA has been instructed to take immediate steps to assess the Ali Bridge in southern Clarendon, which was damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl. The NWA is to assess the nature of the damage, determine a short-term fix, including cost, as well as to propose a permanent solution. The Ali Bridge links London town to several other heavily populated southern Clarendon communities. These include Racecourse, Kempshill, and Banks. The Ali Bridge is classified as a high ford, which allows regular flows from the rear menu below its structure. The concrete structure, which forms a part of the main road, however, gets flooded in bouts of heavy rain, cutting off the scores of residents. NSWMA allocated $1.2 billion for a national cleanup program stated wholeness. The National Works Agency NWA and the National Solid Waste Management Authority NSWMA has been allocated a combined $1.3 billion to undertake a national cleanup program ahead of the Independence holidays. Noting that NWA has cleared all but 15 of the 590 roads that were blocked in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the next task for the NWA is to clear waterlogs and flooded areas, which means clearing drains and gullies and removing blockages and wash down debris to prevent further flooding. He was speaking Tuesday in the House of Representatives, where he provided another update on the government's relief and recovery effort. He said the cleanup activities will be done in collaboration with the NSWMA that will be responsible for the removal of bulky waste and with the Ministry of Health and Wellness in targeting areas that are or may be breeding sites for various vectors, mosquitoes, rats, of diseases. Holness had previously mentioned that $800 million was allocated to NWA. This Jamaican $800 million is a small part of the overall preliminary estimate from the NWA for road infrastructure repair and rehabilitation of Jamaican $10.2 billion, he added. He explained that this program of work will be executed over a 1-month period, which will include extensive bulky waste and residential waste removal as a result of the hurricane, cleanup of thoroughfares and urban centers, and removal of overgrown vegetation, as well as overgrown and fallen trees. With the Emancipation and Independence holiday approaching, it is also a perfect opportunity for Jamaicans to become involved in this initiative by participating in the cleaning and beautification efforts, the Prime Minister added. Health Ministry steps up fogging to rid communities of mosquitoes. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has intensified fogging activities in an effort to rid communities of the mosquito nuisance since the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Medical entomologist and National Program Manager for Vector Control in the Ministry, Shereen Huntley-Jones, said fogging is being done every day, morning and evening, in communities across the island. She is imploring householders to cooperate by opening their doors and windows to allow the spray to enter. For fogging to be effective, persons have to open their windows and doors. There are some types of mosquitoes that are resting inside, feeding inside, and the only way the fog is going to get to the mosquito is for it to be able to drift into. So, when our teams come, for a minute or two, open your windows and doors, she urged. She advised that where residents have difficulty with the fogging, this should be communicated to the vector control team. An additional 400 temporary workers have been engaged, increasing the number to 1,000, and they are being deployed across the island to strengthen eradication activities. Hunter-Jones said all communities are seeing an increase in mosquito population due to the heavy rainfall associated with Hurricane Beryl. She said the major focus is on ridding areas of the mosquito, which carries the dengue virus, with special attention on high-risk communities. We don't want an upsurge in our dengue cases. The numbers have come down very nicely, almost below our threshold level, and we want persons to partner with us and take personal responsibility, she stated. She noted that while the vector team are carrying out elimination activities, residents must play their part by doing their own search and destroy, spraying the house in the mornings before leaving, and using mosquito repellent. The mosquito breeds in a contained environment, that is in anything that can hold water. Some of the common breeding sites for the mosquito are drums, tires, buckets, and animal feeding containers. Members of the public are encouraged to search their surroundings at home and work at least once per week to ensure there is no breeding site of mosquito and to cover water containers. Kingston Western families rocked by killing of 2 young men. The families in Kingston Western are battling grief and trauma after 2 young men, ages 17 and 20, were gunned down hours apart on Monday evening. Johanna Williams told reporters that her son, Jermaine McKenzie, is a 17-year-old student of Tivoli Gardens High, did not heed her plea to not leave the yard because of a gut feeling. The Tivoli Gardens resident said her son, a footballer, ventured to Denham Town for a community league game. No stranger to the space of Denham Town known as John Crow Town, she said Mackenzie always believed war infractions would not harm him because he is a child and did not get involved in wrongdoing. I tell him don't go, and him still go, an emotional Williams stated. Him go because him a baller and him trust everybody and say him not dead. Me know inna me badness, so me free fi walk. Him always go visit him friends them, who him and them go to school together, said his sister, Anissa Dean. They described the youngster as very respectful, athletic, and jovial. They told reporters that he was shot in the head and abdomen. The little youth a beg for him life and all urine on himself and him still kill him, Dean said, adding that her nephew struggled with a speech impediment throughout his life. Jermaine's grandmother, Janet Powell, said that the war between the Tivoli Gardens and Denham Town has been raging for years, but the Denham Town gangsters have been killing women and children. The family said they had also not recovered from the loss of the 16-year-old relative who was killed a year ago, and added to that, they also had the funeral for the 17-year-old neighbor who was killed in April along Albert Street in Denham Town. An 8-year-old boy told reporters that he is fearful because a lot of youngsters are dying around him. I feel bad and I cry. I am afraid. I cry. All night me sleep, me I dream about my uncle. I can't forget him, the lad said, adding that his uncle's murder 4 years ago still haunts him. Dean said that when she heard the explosion sometime after 9 p.m., she was unaware it was her relative being killed. Them just a kill out the generation. The youth them, when have no fire gun, are free to walk at them a kill off, she said crying. The police said they were earlier summoned to Gem Road off Maxwell Avenue about 7:30 p.m. also on Monday, where 20-year-old Tyreek McLeish was gunned down. McLeish also attended Tivoli Gardens High School. His mother, Miss Rainford, was inconsolable as she sat on her bed speaking with reporters. Rainford said she ran outside when she heard the gunshot to find her son, the second of her 2 children, on his face. The mother said she took him up and held him against her, where he uttered the final words, "Mommy, I love you." Next week is his birthday, the 26th. No light not upon the street from the hurricane, and him and him father just fixed the light. Same time me hear blap blap, and me run out in a the shot them, Rainford said, adding that McLeish eyes shut while he was in her arms. On Tuesday, she was clutching a pair of sneakers she had purchased as a surprise gift for his birthday. "Me I go see them Monday and buy it for his birthday. Tyreek no disrespect nobody, no matter who. Tyreek have manners to everybody," Rainford said to theirs. She said he did construction work to be independent and support his 4-year-old son. Rainford believed that her son was targeted because of his association with everybody in the space. Him ride him bike, him look him girl, the gun thing, no, him not tangle up in a them something there, a cheerful mother said. The Western Kingston police are probing the both murders. Meanwhile, the Kingston Western Police Division recorded a 40% year-on-year reduction in murders as of July 13, with 29 people killed this year compared to 48 over the corresponding period in 2023. All major crimes were down. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.